Beloved child, I tell you that a blessing of provision is being sent into your life by me in an unexpected and grace-filled way. Receive this word with peace. Do not let your heart become hurried or doubtful, for I do not speak so that you may chase after a passing emotion, but so that you may recognize that I have seen what you have silently endured throughout this past season. I know the cycles of lack have made you weary. I know the nights you have stayed awake because of the bills you had to face, the responsibilities that remained unresolved, and the good plans that were delayed simply because the resources in your hands were too limited. I know there were times when you tried to appear strong, while inside you were full of questions. When will this season pass? When will my labor bear fruit? When will I finally breathe freely in peace? And today, I draw near to you as a merciful Father, saying to you, I have never overlooked a single tear, never forgotten a single prayer, and never taken lightly your quiet perseverance. My child, what I am preparing is not an empty comfort meant to make you feel better for a moment, only to leave you returning to your old burdens again. I am bringing about a real shift, beginning in places your eyes cannot yet see. There are paths I am opening that you have never imagined. There are people I am touching so that they may become part of the support I have appointed for you. There are opportunities I am drawing near, not with noise, not with display, but at the right time, in the right place, and in alignment with what you truly need. Many times, you have looked around and thought every way was closed, but I am the one who can make a way where you only see a wall. You once thought help had to come from a familiar direction, but I can use a completely new door to show you that my provision is not limited by your understanding. The years that have passed have taught you many things, though not every lesson was gentle. You learned patience when there were no clear signs. You learned to pray in silence when you no longer had enough strength to explain your heart to others. You learned to keep doing what was right, even when you had not yet seen the reward. To keep your heart upright, even when there were moments you suffered loss. And to keep sowing good seeds, even when the ground before you seemed dry and barren. I saw that, my child. I saw every time you chose hope instead of despair, chose to rise again instead of remaining down, chose trust instead of allowing fear to rule over you. And in those small choices, I was forming within you a precious endurance, so that when a greater blessing is placed in your hands, you will not lose yourself. I want you to understand that this increase is not only meant to improve your finances, but also to bring you into a new level of maturity. When I give more, I also teach you to manage better. When I expand, I also teach you to remain more humble. When I place opportunities before you, I also invite you to walk in awareness, so that you do not use your blessing according to rushed emotions, but according to wisdom, order, and gratitude. If it had come too soon, perhaps you would have been confused, used it unwisely, or allowed old fear to control the way you received it. But through seasons of testing, I have prepared you. I have taught you to value every small thing, to distinguish between what is necessary and what is only a passing desire, to have compassion for those who are in lack, and to know that the most beautiful abundance is the kind of abundance that keeps the heart pure. Therefore, do not doubt yourself when new things begin to move. You may be surprised when an opportunity appears sooner than you expected. You may feel bewildered when a door opens from a place you never anticipated. You may feel that you are not ready enough. But I say to you, I do not bring you into a place without preparing you first. What you have gone through was not useless. The seasons that seemed filled only with tears were quietly building within you caution, perseverance, and the ability to stand firm. I am not calling you into new freedom, only to abandon you halfway. I will continue to teach you how to walk, how to preserve, how to give, how to invest, how to speak with wisdom, and how to receive without being overwhelmed. Beloved child, be careful not to let old fear distort the new blessing. A person who has lived long in lack sometimes becomes afraid even of sufficiency. A person who has grown used to waiting sometimes does not know what to do when the answer draws near. A person who has been disappointed many times sometimes looks at good things with suspicion. But I want you to be healed even in the way you receive. When goodness comes, you do not need to shrink back as though you are unworthy. You do not need to wonder whether this joy will be taken away immediately. You do not need to let the voice of the past tell you that you will lose everything again. Stand in peace. Remember that I am your source, not your circumstances. When I am your foundation, whether you have little or much, your heart will remain steady. There are resources I am rearranging for you. There are delays being untied. There are things that once seemed out of reach being brought closer in a way that fits my timing. But when you recognize these movements, continue to stay close to me. Do not let haste pull you away from prayer. Do not let a new opportunity make you forget to ask me for direction. Do not let increase make you so busy that you can no longer hear my voice in stillness. A true blessing does not pull you away from me. A true blessing makes you more grateful, more tender-hearted, more generous, and more trusting. If a door requires you to sacrifice your peace, your integrity, or the dignity I have placed within you, slow down and bring it before me. I will not withhold good things from you when you choose to walk in the light. I also want you to prepare your house for a new peace. Bring order into the places that have been tangled. Look again at how you are using what I have entrusted to you. Remember the priorities that need to be healed, the matters that need to be resolved, the responsibilities that need to be arranged, the people who need to be loved, and the good seeds that need to be sown. Do not simply ask for increase and then continue living as before. Let this new season come with a new heart, a new way of managing, and a new maturity. I do not only want you to escape temporary pressure, I want you to learn how to live in lasting stability. I want you to no longer be controlled by lack, nor intoxicated by abundance. I want you to be free. My child, remember that what is coming is not luck, not coincidence, and not a reward of mere fortune. It is the result of my grace, woven together with the perseverance, faith, and seeds you have sown in secret. There are things you did that no one knew about. But I knew. There were times you still chose kindness, even though you yourself needed support. And I saw it. There were times you still believed, even when you had no evidence in your hands. And I remembered. There were times you kept walking, even when your heart was weary. And I walked beside you. And now, as I begin to open a new provision, You will understand that not one day of your endurance has been meaningless before me. So, lift your head in humility and hope. Open your heart to receive what I have prepared. But keep your feet firmly planted in wisdom. Believe that I am connecting what needs to be connected, opening the ways that need to be opened, bringing help at the right time, and teaching you to enter a new level of peace. You have not been forgotten. You have not been excluded from the portion of blessing. You are not defined by the months of lack that have passed. I am your Father, the one who knows exactly what you need, the one who prepared you beforehand, the one who is leading you into freedom not only outwardly, but also within your own heart. Stay close to me, beloved child. When that shift is revealed, you will realize that I had been working for you long before you saw the result. And everything I give carries the mark of my love, my wisdom, and my unfailing faithfulness. As this process begins to unfold before your eyes, you will notice small signs of confirmation appearing around you like gentle rays of light upon the path I am opening. It may be an unexpected conversation that awakens your heart, a fresh idea that comes in a moment you did not expect, an invitation carrying an unusual feeling, or an opportunity that seems ordinary yet touches deeply upon something you have prayed for over a long time. Beloved child, do not be quick to dismiss these signs simply because they come in simple forms. Do not despise what is small. For many times, it is from those small things that I begin to build a great change. The first bricks of a new road are not always dazzling before everyone's eyes, but they carry the mark of guidance. I am connecting every detail, every encounter, every idea, and every timely opening to bring you closer to the provision I have prepared for your life. I do not lead you through chaos. I lead you step by step, slowly enough for you to learn to recognize my voice, clearly enough so you do not lose your way, and deeply enough for the faith within you to grow through each sign. When something gives your heart an unusual sense of peace, pause and listen. When a small door opens after a long silence, do not rush to doubt it as you once did. When an idea comes to you and carries life within it, remember it, pray over it, consider it, and walk in wisdom. I do not want you to live hastily, but neither do I want you to miss what I am opening, simply because you have grown used to seeing yourself through the lens of past lack. These signs are not the tricks of circumstance. They are reminders that I am near, that a new flow has begun, and that the old season no longer has the right to keep you trapped in old ways of thinking. You no longer have to see yourself through the lens of failure, disappointment, or the years that once caused you to lower your head. Your losses do not define you. Your seasons of lack are not your name. The doors that once closed are not a sentence over your future. I am bringing you into a new identity, where you no longer live as one who is merely trying to survive each day, but as one who is loved, protected, prepared, and led into freedom. That freedom is not only freedom from financial burdens, but also freedom from the fear that good things will not remain with you. I want you to walk with a different posture, not arrogant, not rushed, but steady, not fearful, not withdrawn, but open to receive, not forgetting the hard days, but also not allowing them to bind the way you look toward tomorrow. The increase I am bringing also requires you to let go of the habits of thought that were formed during seasons of lack. You cannot continue carrying a fearful mindset into a season of abundant sowing and harvest. You cannot ask for expansion while still holding tightly to the belief that you are only worthy of small things. You cannot receive a new blessing with a heart still ruled by old anxiety. I understand why you once thought that way. I know lack taught you to be cautious, to calculate, to prepare for the worst. But now I am inviting you to learn a higher lesson, to prepare without panic, to manage without obsession, to receive without guilt, and to have abundance while still keeping your heart humble and pure. Allow me to renew the way you think about provision. The abundance I give is not meant to lead you away from me, but to help you understand my goodness more clearly. Increase is not meant for you to set your heart upon wealth, but for you to be lightened of burdens, to have room to breathe, and to be able to care for what I have entrusted to you with peace. I want you to learn not to respond to money with fear, but with wisdom. No longer see every amount that comes as a fragile stroke of luck, but as an opportunity to manage in a way that pleases me. No longer look at every opportunity with suspicion, but with watchful discernment. Remember, a true blessing does not only fill your hands, it also brightens your mind, expands your vision, and matures the way you choose. There will be people around you who do not understand why your life is changing. Some will be surprised. Some will doubt. Some will question. And some will try to explain your blessing according to the limitations within their own hearts. But, beloved child, do not let their confusion steal the peace I have given you. They did not walk through the long nights when you had to remind yourself to continue. They did not see the tears you quickly wiped away so you could rise the next morning and do what needed to be done. They do not know the times you wanted to give up but still chose faithfulness. They do not know the process I used to refine you in secret, to teach you to value small things, to keep your heart upright, and to keep bitterness from turning you dry within. Because they have not seen the whole journey, they do not have the right to define your reward. Therefore, keep the necessary quietness, not because you are afraid, but because you know a new blessing must be protected with wisdom. Not everything I do in your life needs to be announced immediately. Not every door that has just opened needs to be told to the crowd. Not every plan needs to be presented to those who do not yet have the capacity to rejoice sincerely with you. Some things must be kept in the secret place until they are firm enough, mature enough, and clear enough not to be shaken by words of doubt. Learn to walk quietly yet powerfully. Learn to let the results speak for you. When I lift you up, you do not need to argue with those who once failed to understand. When I make a way, you do not need to explain every detail in order to be acknowledged. My faithfulness will reveal itself through your life. Protect your blessing with gratitude, discretion, prayer, and wise decisions. Do not let excitement make you spend hastily. Do not let the need to prove yourself make you display things too soon. Do not let an attractive invitation pull you away from peace. What I entrust to you must be managed with alertness. Ask me before you step through a large door. Seek wisdom before you make a commitment. Let your heart be anchored in me, so that even if increase comes quickly, you will not be swept away by its current. I want you to rejoice, but to rejoice in order. I want you to receive, but to receive with clean hands and a steady heart. I want you to move forward, but to move forward under my guidance, not under the pressure of others. The signs that are coming will help you understand that what I am doing is not random. You will begin to see the pieces come together. A word spoken today will connect with an old prayer. A small opportunity will open into a larger path. An encounter that seemed ordinary will lead to something you could not have arranged on your own. When you see these things, let your faith be strengthened. Tell yourself that you are no longer in a season of being forgotten. Remind your heart that I have heard. I have seen. I have prepared. And I am leading. Do not return to the old mindset simply because everything is not completed in one day. The shift has begun, and I am teaching you to walk according to my rhythm. So, beloved child, keep your heart at peace as change draws near. Open your eyes to recognize the small signs. Open your mind to receive a new way of thinking. Open your hands to receive provision. But also, keep your heart humble before me. You are stepping into a life that is freer, more covered, more mature, and clearer than before. The things that once frightened you will no longer rule over you. The things that once made you feel small will no longer be the measure of your worth. I am bringing you into a harvest season, but I am also transforming you into someone who can steward that harvest. Let the results speak for themselves. Let your peace bear witness. Let your life become the gentle yet powerful answer that I have never forgotten you, and that what I have begun, I will complete in my steadfast love. You've just passed through a season in which everything seemed to stand still. A season that made you feel as though every plan was blocked. Every step forward was far away. And every hope that had just begun to rise had to face delay. Beloved child, I saw the days when you tried, yet the result had not appeared. I saw the moments when you did your part, yet the door still did not open. I saw the nights when you wondered whether you were on the wrong path. But I want you to understand that the testing season did not come to punish you, nor was it a sign that I had turned my face away from you. I allowed that season as holy ground for refinement, where I slowed down outward things in order to reshape what was within you, where I taught you to stand firm without evidence, to trust without seeing results, and to keep a humble heart even before the blessing was placed in your hands. There are delays in your life that are not rejection, but my wise preparation. If something great came while your mind was still bound by fear, you might have received it in confusion instead of peace. If abundance were given while your heart had not yet learned to manage, what was meant to support you could have become a burden that caused you to lose direction. Therefore, I used the waiting season to teach you to see differently. I think differently and walk differently. I taught you that your worth is not found in the amount of money you currently have, not in the speed at which others see you succeed, nor in the doors that open or close before your eyes. Your worth is found in my love for you, in the calling I have placed upon your life, and in the purpose that no delay can erase. Now that old chapter is closing. It is not closing because you solved everything by yourself, but because I have completed what needed to be completed in that season. The lessons have been sown. The weak places have been touched. The old fears have been exposed so they can no longer secretly control you. The limits that once caused you to shrink back are gradually losing their power. You are no longer the person you were when you first entered that trial. You have become deeper, more mature, more aware, and softer toward my leading. I do not keep you long in a season just to make you weary. I use that season to cause your roots to grow deeper, so that when the upgrade comes, you will not be shaken by the very thing I give. What I am about to transfer to you will not only bring material relief, but will also open clarity for your vision, direction, and next steps in life. You asked for deliverance, but I do not only want to free you from the pressure before you, I want to bring you out of the old way of living, out of the mindset of scarcity, out of the feeling that you can only make it through one day at a time, out of the tension that kept you from seeing the larger picture. When I provide, I do not merely fill an empty place. I also open your eyes to see that you are called into a life of order, peace, spaciousness, and purpose. This provision will be a sign that I am lifting you out of the old structures you once believed were your final limits. I am upgrading your life from the foundation. I am not only fixing one small part so you can breathe more easily for a moment. I am restoring order in the places that were once tangled, expanding your awareness where you once narrowed yourself, and changing the way you receive, the way you manage, the way you hope, and the way you step into the future. There are things you once considered too far away, but I am bringing them closer. There are opportunities you once thought were not meant for you, but I am making you steady enough to enter them. There are dreams you once put away because disappointment had lasted too long, but I am breathing the warmth of new life upon them. Do not despise what I am doing simply because it begins in silence. Many of my greatest shifts begin with a quiet change in the heart, and only afterward are they revealed outwardly. There will be a moment when everything begins to move very quickly. So quickly that you may feel overwhelmed because the things that were once delayed suddenly open at the same time. Doors may begin to appear. Meetings may be arranged. Answers may come in ways you never predicted. The things you once waited for in tears may suddenly stand before you as evidence of my faithfulness. When that moment comes, I do not want you to panic. I want you to remain calm. Breathe in peace. Receive with deep gratitude. Remember that this does not come to make you proud, nor does it come to make you afraid. It comes because it has been prepared, approved, and preserved by me for you since before you fully understood your own value. The reason this reminder carries urgency is that I do not want hesitation or a scarcity mindset to block the good flow that is being poured out. There are people who, even when they step into abundance, still behave like those imprisoned in lack. They are afraid to receive, afraid to use, afraid to sow, afraid to rejoice, afraid that goodness is only temporary. But my child, I am healing the way you see blessing. I want you to understand that receiving with humility is not greed. Rejoicing in grace is not arrogance. Managing what I give with wisdom is not fear. Expand your mind. Stop thinking that you are only worthy of small things. Stop living as though every good thing can be taken away at any moment. When I give, I also teach you how to preserve and use what I have given in the light. Keep your awareness clear concerning what is happening around you. Do not let excitement make you rush, but also do not let fear keep you standing still when I tell you to move forward. Discern what comes from my leading and what is only pressure from outside. Observe open doors with gratitude, but walk through them with wisdom. Remember that not every opportunity comes from the same source, and not every invitation is suitable for your new season. I will give you clarity to know what to take hold of, what to release, what to wait for, and what to place back into my hands. You do not need to hurry to prove that you have changed. True change will reveal itself through peace, through order, through mature choices, and through the way you manage what I entrust to you. You are not alone in this journey. Even in the moments when the space around you seems most silent, my hand is quietly preparing the way for you. I was present in the silences you thought were empty. I was working in the days when you thought nothing was progressing. I was arranging things behind the curtain when all you could see before you was a dead end. You may not see me untying each knot, but I have been doing it. You may not hear my voice commanding doors to open, but my word has gone before you. You may not know who will be placed on your path, what opportunity will appear, or through which way provision will come. But I know, and I have prepared what is necessary for the right time. So step out of the old season with peace in your heart. Do not carry the fear of the stagnant season into the season of expansion. Do not bring a mindset of mere survival into the place where I am calling you to live more abundantly. Do not let the memory of the times you were blocked make you suspicious when I begin to open the way. You have been refined in waiting, softened in testing, preserved in the days that seemed directionless. And now you are being invited to step into a new chapter with an open heart. I am releasing you from old limitations, not only so you may have more, but so you may become someone who can carry more with humility, wisdom, and love. Beloved child, receive what I am doing with gratitude. Let this new provision remind you that I have never forgotten you. Let this new clarity lead you into right decisions. Let this new peace guard your mind as everything begins to move more quickly. What I give is not meant to draw you away from me, but to bring you closer to me in trust. What I open is not meant to make you live for yourself, but to make you a source of blessing to others. The old chapter has closed, and a new chapter is being written with grace, restoration, wisdom, and my unwavering love for you. You are standing at the beginning of a flow that will continue to expand, not at a brief moment of luck that vanishes like morning mist. What I am opening for you is not fragile, not temporary, and not dependent on human approval. This is a season arranged by my hand, a movement with depth, order, and purpose. You may only be seeing the first signs. You may only be sensing a slight shift within your heart. But I say to you that this will not stop with one small ray of light. It will grow. It will spread. And step by step, it will bring you into places you once thought were too far, too high, and too difficult to reach. Look back at the seasons of delay that once made you weep. There were doors that did not open, answers that did not come, and plans that were slowed down, causing you to think you had been forgotten. But beloved child, not every delay is a rejection. Some delays are protective fences. There were times I held you back not to grieve you, but to keep you from stepping into something before the right time. There were things you asked for with all your heart, but if I had given them immediately, they might have made you more tired, more confused, or drawn you away from the path of peace I was preparing. I was guiding you even when you did not recognize it. I was protecting you even when you thought everything was against you. The disappointments of the past have not been wasted either. Every time you had to wait, endurance was formed within you. Every time you had to let go, you learned to discern what truly belonged to you. Every time you thought you had lost an opportunity, the foundation within you became stronger. I do not build your future on haste, because what is built too quickly without a foundation can easily shake when the wind blows. I prepared you in the hidden place, strengthened the tender parts, and deepened your faith, so that when the door opens, you will not only enter with joy, but also with the maturity needed to preserve what I give. Therefore, remain steadfast. Do not let one quiet day make you doubt a long-standing promise. Do not let the memories of old disappointments cause you to close your heart to a new blessing. Receive calmly, without haste, without fear, without trying to control every detail by your own strength. I am leading you from this very moment, and the higher purpose of your life is being awakened part by part. Keep walking with clear eyes, a humble heart, and firm faith. What I have begun in you will continue to expand, and you will realize that every previous road, even the ones you once did not understand, had quietly brought you to the very place where I wanted you to stand today.